Take it away.
All right, Coach Enchantress.
Yeah, it's different than last time. We have more because we want to be more prepared. Actually, it was pretty tiresome. It's like after 2 hours of brainstorming, I was watching Step and Johan, and they were like, oh, we need to take a break. And we took a break. We come back. It's like, I think we're a better team when we have more time to study another team that played some matches in the tournament, because you see exactly what they play, and we actually enjoyed doing that, even though it's like tiresome. And we were pretty much well prepared for these matches. I mean, they were banning exactly what we thought they were banning. It's like amazing. We either got lucky or we're very smart.
That way there was more of a focus for you on banning heroes?
Not just banning heroes. It's like you need to identify exactly what the team enjoys, the other team enjoys, and what is the comfort zone of it. Push them out of that. You choose something to be like really hard for them, so it's heavy, you know, where you play, you're stressed, you don't know exactly what to do. You're not used to it. So this is what we basically go for when
some picks we have here, folks. We have a Spirit Breaker.
We have a Spirit Breaker.
Nobody's playing this hero.
No, we don't
but
even
Crit, he's bringing it out here on the main stage.
We don't get a whole lot of Arc Warden either. We're getting blessed here. So I'm looking forward to the 4 positions in this game in particular. Sure, we've got a lot of other flashy stuff to be looking at, but I think Crit in the early game can put so much pressure on, and Jarex I think has to really match and try to make sure that this Spirit Breaker can't just run rampant on these lanes, particularly on Thompson. Because if they have this missile, if they're going to be running this gyrocopter in the mid lane, missile plus barrage with the Spirit Breaker, they can get the gap close on that Arc Warden and equally start to punish and slow down the farm that they need. Same thing in that bottom lane, like Pano was mentioning. There's not really anyone to stop this Spirit Breaker. If he starts on this charge, who's going to stop it? It's literally just the snowball that comes out from the Tusk. No other heroes actually have a stun on the side of OG.
Certainly lots of sort of follow-up, as you say, sort of, you know, having the Spirit Breaker leading in this point of the game where you're going to have impetuses flying through as well, the Jara and the Drow Ranger ready to storm you. And just overall, we'll see if EG can get away with the Drow Ranger win just as OG were able to comfortably do in game 1. It's the runes, OG will be able to start the game grabbing themselves 3 of them.
A bit too afraid when you're running a Drow versus Tusk Ursa. That gap close is everything you have to worry about.
Many thanks to you.
And that's probably why they picked the Tusk, right? The combination with that Ursa, you're always able to make those aggressive plays before the Blink Dagger does come out. And you can do this. You can help your lane to start it back a little bit further away from their tower.
This time around in terms of lane, it's going to be the 2-1-2, of course, coming back in rather than the aggressive try than we saw for a bit by EG in game 1.
Big eyes on Crit. That's really the one I'm going to be looking at.
You almost had that too.
Absolutely. So sort of talk to me about the Spirit Breaker. You know, this hero, we're not seeing it. A lot of people would just say this hero is sort of flat out bad at the moment. What can go wrong for Crit this game? Like, why are people as a whole not playing this hero?
I mean, if you can't follow up the charges, this hero can't really contribute too much because you're not really providing much as a team fighter. You're this hero that wants to be going around the map and getting these global kind of pickoffs with your charge. But if it comes down to just team fights constantly, it can be a little bit harder for your charges. But he doesn't have to deal with any stuns. There's no Earthshaker fissures. There's nothing to really stop him. It's just Jarex.
Be interested to see what sort of build Thompson does go for here in this game on the Arc Warden, as we've seen, you know, a variety of different ways to sort of build the hero here, and at TI and obviously previous lands and such, a lot of teams trying to play it. And of course, a lot of times being banned out against some of these teams that people know are very experienced with the Arc Warden. But there is that potential if he does want to go for the Necro Book, as sort of the panel mentioned, you know, that on top of the Lycan. Even though they don't have a Drow, OG can still very much build towards a similar sort of timing to what they're able to achieve in game 1 if they wish to do so.
Yeah, they are versus the Enchantress though, which should take over those Necro Books, which is pretty annoying. And also Gyrocopter at some point with Drow Aura, if you get like BKB, you pop Flak, you just take out all those Necro Books and you get so much gold from it as a Gyro. And I'm curious also, so we were talking about the Arc Warden builds, I'm curious what Sumail's going to go. Are we going to get that Blink Dagger again? Blink BKB seemed to be so devastating when he was playing versus the Tinker. It's a similar situation when you're playing versus an Arc Warden. All about gap close.
But once again, looking at sort of the mid lane at the moment, Sumail 9 for 6 against the 8 for 3. Is it sort of expected that a Jara does this well in a 1v1? Like, I feel this is just Sumail playing it pretty well, right?
He's got the Drow Arrow, which helps him a little bit on that base damage, and he's got that faster attack animation, which goes just a bit faster than the Arc Warden. But yeah, he's doing excellent in the lane. But we'll see them catch. And out. Right. As a haste, level 2 now.
See a bit of a lead in onto RTZ. Now with the slow here with the air shot. But those Fire Spirits from Fly certainly sort of pushing back any sort of attempt that Jarex and Seb look to go for with that attack speed reduction.
Yeah, at 3 we could see them look to actually threaten to kill when they have their bottom lane.
Crit indeed just trying to really get in and punch down Ana.
Once they've got
the Glaze from No-Tail.
Once they have the overpower on Seb, then they can threaten kills better on top lane. Because like you said, the Fire Spirit's very annoying when you don't have that speed up for your attacks. You see Thompson catch back up.
Ana still trying to see
very low.
Slow crit. He's just going to go straight in for the charger, and Ana, has he got a little too greedy? He has. That's going to be first blood for S4. Crit will die, but he'll happily give his life there to set up for S4 to find that first kill. Has to be careful, Ana, in this bottom lane.
Yeah.
So understandably, probably not too used to playing against the Spirit Breaker. Not a hero we see a lot.
Crit charges forward, missile connects, a bash.
Making these movements, Thompson tries to turn, he does have the TP in front, No-Tail with the rocket rush for Sumail, bringing Thompson low, it is enough to find the kill, but Sumail, can he get out of it? The curse still ticking him down, but he'll stay alive for now. Crit, can he also escape? He's got the movement speed, can No-Tail actually get back to the range? Trick Lady can. No-Tail will be able to get the kill, get the intelligence, but again, Crit sort of setting up, he's giving his life, and happily so. He's allowing his cores in both the mid lane and the bottom lane to get kills on the respective cores on the enemy side.
Yep. No-Tail does PP in to get that in. Nice. Did cancel that regen that Sumail got. That's what we're saying though, the Spirit Breaker. He can put a lot of pressure on the map. Charge. Bounty rune's coming out in about 20 seconds. Top lane, Artesia is being slowed down a bit. Not the best lines either.
She said Artesia and Fly have to be a little careful now that level 3's there. Seb's got that point in the overpower, so the Fire Spirit's not necessarily going to save whoever gets gone on by the Ursa each and every time.
Yeah, I'd imagine Artesia gets Gust at level 4. That's what's going to be able to push them away if they go for those snowball. Oh, he protects his Phoenix. As we have those bounty runes coming out, it looks like you'll have to claim all 4 of them, but do you actually have Crit making the charge?
Here's Thompson. He's sort of been baked in towards Sumail. Sumail does fall over. There's Crit connecting with the charge. Sumail a little too low to really come in and help with the fight, so it is just Crit keeping Thompson off Sumail. As top lane, they've got 3 heroes now. OG being brought in. No-Tail looking to lead him with the curse. They roll forward with the shards. RTZ turns. Quick Gust to knock them back as Fly comes in with a TP. Jarex trying to TP his way back to safety. He'll make it out. RTZ won't. As Seb, No-Tail get away with the dive. They'll look towards Fly as Fly himself has no dive left to escape. OG get 2 kills out of that top lane. Crit's charging across. Look towards No-Tail, but he isn't going to try and go for the kill, as he knows as well on his own. It's still a little too risky, so 2 kills for OG and a good escape for Jared.
Artesia tried to put a branch in to block the Ursa away, but wasn't able to in time. Great dive by OG.
See rune-wise, it's going to be illusion top. We see OG actually going for a smoke around the middle lane. No-Tail gets the ward down.
It was actually only 3 bounty runes. I think a wolf actually killed that second one. That was bottom right on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Both mids hitting level 6 now. Sumail certainly does have that kill potential if he gets a +1 in the mid lane, and at the moment, as you can see, Fly sitting behind him, ready in case OG makes some sort of a pounce.
Jarex is here too. They can look for a kill on Sumail.
Sumail is going to go straight away with the cooldown. Does manage to get it onto Thompson and No-Tail. Dive forward as well as the snowball. Sumail pulling low as Jarex goes in, gets the kill. Crit charges forward. He gets some trades, finds Thompson. They'll get 1 for 1 in the middle lane, but Crit does lose his life. So again, OG coming out on top of these skirmishes, and it's 6 minutes in. No-Tail, he's already stolen 12 in.
Smart man.
4-0-2. Every single kill he's been a part of, No-Tail.
As No-Tail would say, right? So smart.
Absolutely. He's playing his heart out in this series.
S4 got a lot of space out of this, though, in the bottom lane. Momentum going with the Siege. Level 6 now claimed. Also phase boots and on the way to that Dragonlance. This Enchantress definitely going to pose a bit of a threat.
To take the plunge.
Since he has very significant in 7 minutes.
Stop, Jax. Seb, they're hunting for Arteezy. He's in the trees, Jax has got eyes on him, Seb. It's going to head over. Arteezy totally alone at the moment. He's punching back into Jax, but with Seb here, they should have the damage. The Gust comes out to try and slow down the overpower, but there's the Earth Shock. They've got the control, and Arteezy just abandoned on that top lane. Mid lane, EG, they're trying to fight, but Samael, he's going to end up potentially going down as well. The Curse starting to take him down. He's got the stick charges, but again, the slow, the rain pop down, so Samael cannot get out.
Another in.
OG outplaying EG in these lanes, and as we're seeing, Fly, he came to the mid to try and help Samael. There was nobody looking to help Arteezy on that top lane. I mean, Samael and Arteezy dying like that at sort of the 8th minute without any backup able to come in and help them. That's a bad place for EG to be in.
Yeah, Crit's, you're playing the Spirit Breaker, you want to be there to match the aggression, but Crit's actually 0-3 in this game right. He's 0-3, so he does have the 3 assists, but he's getting picked apart. They're making these moves at the same time. Although it was EG making the aggressive move, he's not able to react in time for those movements as a Spirit Breaker. But S4 is getting all the space in the world, so EG is happy about that at least. Their other 2 cores are very, very sacked at the moment.
It's not a bad thing, of course, for S4 to sort of have this amount of farmers we have seen in the past. Enchantresses can carry games on their back.
They can. However, a Drow Ranger and a Gyrocopter, when you're underfarmed versus a Lycan, can be very devastating for you. That Lycan just closes the gap on top of you. You have to have backup positions at all occasions. Mid.
See? You start the fight here with the cooldown. Charge forward as well from Crit. They get on top of Thompson. Thompson will get taken down, but against Samael, he's trying to back away. Here pops the stick charges with the glaze for Notel. He gets the kill. Jump forward for 70. Shocks Crit, slows him down. Crit goes for the charge across, and that's going to be Crit going down too as Zeb gets the extra kill here. More intelligent Notel, 18 intelligence and 9 minutes in.
He's part of 9 of their 10 kills on a silencer. Not something you see too often. He's the one reacting to the ganks.
Fly's not gonna die.
Actually gonna die.
Seb's just having to walk underneath the tower. Notel just getting in. Oh, doesn't get in range for that one.
Wasn't quite in.
But nonetheless, 11-4. OG just playing so aggressively. And EG, they're trying to match it, but it seems because of sort of the first few attempts and failures of EG to find those fights, they sort of have that level disadvantage. And OG's cores and supports, as we're seeing with Notel, are just able to hit that much harder and do more than EG's counterparts.
Yeah, EG's just getting outmaneuvered by OG right now.
They'll find Jarek's down bottom. Crit.
You get one.
Gives the vision with the charge. S4 finds the impetus. It really does feel like so much is on S4 to make something happen, as we said. They've given him all the space. He's making the most of it. Can he turn up and help turn things around? Because top lane, the counter there, the curse, stopping the chance for Fly to hold himself in place. As there's the tip.
Oh, the tip.
They're coming out. Notel's feeling pretty good about himself.
That's what everybody wants to see here.
He's got 20 intelligence
He's got
stolen.
20
intelligence stolen. That's like 2,000 gold worth of intel as mid lane. Crit just trying to help get rid of this Tempest double. S4 does turn around to help with the push too. Tier 1 tower being threatened. Jax over the shot. You got Seb with the wraparound, getting ready here.
Notel's coming in too. He's pretty scary.
I mean, Samael's just on the front line. Samael!
Way too far up.
He is absolutely out of it. He's up on the top. There's nothing that the rest of the team could do. Seb's able to keep himself alive with the Enrage.
And Ana takes a tier 2 top during that as well. EG's just getting split up all over the place. Hemorrhaging kills non-stop. Oh, he's very, very, very happy right now. As we see, the Necro Book is queued up from Thompson, so they are looking to just overwhelm with all these summons, as Ana also queues one up. So sure, Enchantress, you can dominate a Necro Book, but can you dominate 3 sets of Necro Books? I don't think so.
Boy. Well, if you have a refresher orb and a refresher shard, yes you can.
You can only get 3 of them.
Let's see. S4. He's joining the boys now. He said, lads, what's going on the rest of the map? And they said, well, don't look at our network. It's all on S4 at the moment. Mr. Gustav Magnuson to do something big for EG.
They're looking for S4.
Oh, this is not the big play they needed.
The wraparound's coming from EG, but S4.
Oh, this is S4. They're just dead. Crit dives in. Fly's going to come forward, but the global silence comes out. Fly can't catch the Icarus dive. He's back up to the high ground. Curse from Notel comes out to the 3 and the Thompson. Deeping out of it. Oh, hang on. They'll take him into the snowball. They want to keep this fight going. They get on top of the egg. They'll take down the egg. They'll find the egg. They'll punch Crit up. Crit's going to fall.
They're all dead.
It's a team wipe. Oh, my Lord. OG.
32 intelligence.
32 intelligence, 12 minutes in!
And they can just go on this rush. That's a 12-minute mark.
What is happening here on the main stage for Evil Geniuses? OG are just ripping them apart.
They came with a game plan.
This has to be by far the highest intelligence on a silencer at this sort of mark. This is 32.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Even when people are intentionally feeding a silencer. Like, I mean, this guy's got 32. It's unbelievable.
32.
He showed up to every single one of their ganks. Even the global positioning there was so perfect.
My goodness. We will indeed. S4 tries to make a go at it, and of course, you know, he's got the untouchable, but the magic, the burst that they have, it's more than enough to find this kill.
He's 22 int at this point, and it comes out to be that 5-man.
There we go. Let's do some maths here. 22 plus 2, that's 24. And now they look for more here. It looked like it was sort of a... Watch Thompson. He's like, I'm getting out of here. In comes the... He's just sticking around, boy. We're taking this fight.
It would have been extremely close. I think maybe the flak would have caught him, but yeah, he does end up getting saved by that snowball for a time being, as his team just collapses onto this low level and under-farmed Drow Ranger. Seems like they picked a very ideal strategy to just collapse on top of EG in all of these fights.
Tension's looking to be high in the EG booth, understandably so. They are only 3k behind, which isn't too much. You know, EG, if they can find one fight, they can swing that 3k advantage back round. Jerax just get found on the sidelines here, gets the snowball off though, gets himself across back to his teammates. EG have to be very careful about how they choose to fight Samel. He's just so squishy in the moment. Jump forward, the missile is there onto the Ursa, holding back Seb. So the Earthstruck's not there in time. Samel's able to run himself away, but now Seb looks towards Fly, looks towards RTZ. Gus comes out, but Seb, he's already in range. He's able to keep himself alive. The charge coming through, but there's the global silence, cancelling everything. Charge for Jerax, rolls forward with the snowball. Seb up towards Fly. Fly's able to dive away in time, but S4's in trouble on the low ground. Anna popping the ult, ready to chase down Fly into the trees. He goes, bam, it looks like it's chicken for dinner for Anna. Can he find it all? Fly, he's off the maps, but he's into the grave. Flies out of the game. S4 getting surrounded, punch to the backside, double kill for Anna. It just doesn't stop. 20 to 6.
Sumail actually out. He was moving with his phase boots faster than Spark Wraith was chasing him, and he got the extra regen. He actually ended up living with like 10 HP as he ran away from the whole team fight. And OG, they're not letting up. It's non-stop.
What a start to this game. I mean, we've seen it in the past, you know, some of OG's members notes out, saw the magic that he can bring on a main stage. But here at TI, one game up against Evil Geniuses into game 2, 15 minutes in, it's... I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Not even sort of the most hardcore of OG fan back at home watching this stream. Would they have expected OG to be pulling this off at 15 minutes in, getting as far ahead as they are?
Yeah, it's such a fashion. Now they've got this. They've got two Necro 2s already out on their side. And we look at Sumail. Sumail has 1,000 HP. The Drow Ranger has 1,200 HP. These heroes are so fragile to get into the fights now versus what OG has. S4 is their tanky frontliner, but he's also pretty squishy.
Dire's middle tower is
They're on the hunt. It's 34 intelligence silencer. They have to just get back. Just try to quick recovery mode.
I think RTZ there, standing close to Seb, already seeing if there's an option to swap teams. Seb. There's an overstrike back here. They do have the control onto Seb, and Seb's gone down. He's got the Aegis though. He's ready for round 2. The question is, are Evil Geniuses? They do look towards him. One impetus comes through. Does bring Seb pretty damn low.
He killed the book as well with his clap. That extra damage. Global is coming up back now for OG. You see that 76% win probability for OG at the moment. Strategy. They are getting close to that book 3 on the Arc Warden. I imagine Lycan is just as close, and Ana is.
He's got vision on them, but can he really set anything up for his team? So hard to fight into OG at the moment with the deficit that EG have as a lineup. They need to recoup, they need to get the farm up on both RTZ and Sumail before they really turn up.
Scan on RTZ, they know he's trying to farm Ancients to catch back up.
Jerax finds the shards, he can't quite have the range. RTZ's able to back out to safety.
BG just trying to farm desperately. You see RTZ farming Ancients, Sumail's trying to find any farm on the map as possible. Full spot right now. Full Sage coming out on the courier as well for note. Building toward that halberd pretty early on this support. 5 position unit, right? Silencer, but really Jarax outmade at that 5. He's having such a great time. And they're ready for action. It does get scouted though.
Yeah, they did have a war mid. EG just look to avoid this, or can they try and turn this into an advantage for them by playing that information? Looks like they're just getting out of it.
I don't think they're in any position to take a fight versus 2 Necro 3s.
They need to at least sort of have that, first major item on Sumail, get him his BKB.
If he has the BKB, then he can actually use the flak and take out that Necro for his teammates, but they're going to need that real badly. They're still just in catch-up mode as OG. Pressure on with this, all these books available.
There they go. They're in. They're absolutely in. Snowball forward. Frontierax looking to lead in. They've got the global silence OG as well. EG are able to step forward. Can they really start something off? S4 already getting bursted down to half health by the Spark Break. As the army of these Necrobooks is pushing out to the tier 3 tower. Fly loses his life there to Thompson, and Seb jumps in, takes apart S4. OG at 18 minutes in, they're taking the tier 3 tower. They're onto the barracks against this Drow lineup of EG.
The Fire Spirit killed the book and he just dies.
That's Crip. He'll hold back the charge. He knows that he can't get in on this. They can't seem to do anything to keep OG off these barracks. That is a melee rack stun.
Arteezy denied it.
He did get the deny. I mean, as hard as he tries, Arteezy, it does still mean you're on EG rather than the other side. But 22-6, OG. I mean, EG, what's EG's plan? They are really backs against the wall. A second time as well. They changed things up with the draft. And when we heard sort of what from OG's coach, they were very confident in their draft. They felt that they knew exactly how EG was going to play this series out.
I mean, for EG, they have to just be in full recovery mode. They have to just wait for more items to come out. They can't take fights into OG by any means right now with what they've got.
Top shrine is under attack.
Seb. So make an aggressive play, EG. Start to respond, but he gets cancelled by Fly. Trying to soak that space that his team is providing, but OG, they're already setting up. They're looking to go for this mid push.
This will be another tier 2 tower taken by OG. Very little that evil geniuses can do to stop it.
They have such a hard time even killing the books because the Arc Warden, they just put down the magnetic field and their heroes are majorly ranged. They can't actually take them out. We're going to see it happen again here. They have the Sunray. The flag's starting to come out. As OG does seem to be a little bit hesitant here. Cannot overextend.
Sumail really does have to be careful. You see how much damage he takes when he kills off those Necrobooks without the BKB.
Yeah. They actually, it's 20 minutes. Looks like they're prioritizing just getting those bounty runes to keep their advantage going. We see Thompson is now starting to go for the end the game build. Go for a pipe so that they can't actually kill those.
I mean, that's
the pipe
the
and the Arc
well.
Warden, you can have double pipe with your Tempest double can work very, very well.
And especially with that, how do EG sort of depush or clear waves? They don't.
They don't really.
They don't.
It's the Fire Spirits and the Sunray for the most part, especially if that magnetic field comes down. Sumail almost having that BKB. They're helping him farm it. Everyone's giving him all the last hits here in the jungle. Not giving them much breathing room as they stay in that mid lane. Their books 20 seconds until lightens up. Arc Warden a bit longer.
They've got a full basher on Seb as well. S4 trading, looks towards S4. S4 falls to the back. We'll be fine. A little bit of an early global.
Yeah, that's the second time. They also did that up top.
Works out at top at the end of the day when they got the melee rack, so it may work out again here mid as tier 3 tower is going to go down. Thompson finds it, moves in towards Fly as EG just getting forced back away from their barracks here. OG, they're on top of the rack, they'll charge forward, they'll look for the cooldown. Can they get the fight going? EG below Seb's on top of Sumail. Seb will go down. Sumail does fall, but OG's pretty low. They've lost Thompson. They'll get the Sunray out onto a second and it falls. They'll snowball forward onto S4, but OG, they're only three left alive. Thompson's going straight for the TV out of the charge. Quick gets the kill. No taildown as well as Jarax. EG hold! And they had to pull it out there, EG. They absolutely did. They lose that fight, they lose that Rex. It is game over. They're going down to lower bracket, but they pulled it off. They pushed OG away, they get the team wipe, and the game still goes.
The stars align perfectly as they get a multi-hero charge disabled. The Supernova is defended all the way in the backlines, and Sumail able to just throw that barrage from the backlines. Before he had the BKB too, provided so much damage with that disable coming in from Crit.
EG already ready to pounce and make another play. They look towards Seb. They've got the charge. Seb's already popped the enrage. They look with the gust to kite him up. More TPs are coming in from OG. Can they kill Seb off in time? They can. No! The snowball saved Jerax. He's managed to save him for now, but Seb's very low. S4 slides across. Seb's still alive. The Infinitus. S4 gets the kill, but now he's in deep. The Sunray from Fly healing him up. S4 trying to run himself away. Crit charges through. Gets three of them with the charge back. They got the silence on Anna. That's going to be added down to the like of Jerax. Homing missile on top of him. EG. They find a third, and they've pulled the game back to a point where the net worth is even. Evil geniuses.
Such a positional advantage there from EG. The gust from Arteezy connecting on 3. The crit follow-up charge. They make their way in that Roche pit now.
I can't quite believe that we're seeing this sort of a turnaround. EG with this lineup, it sort of looked like all was lost. It was sort of starting to be questioned, was this sort of a spirit breaker pick too far? But bam, those last couple of fights. Sure, they're still down to Rax on the top row, but other than that, the momentum, it's starting to get to the point where it's in EG's hands.
Yep, they claim that net worth lead for the first time here. So they start picking up those big items. Aegis and Cheese is going to help a lot for those fights too, and Fly, as well as those levels. Level 12 now, so that stronger that stronger Supernova that they can defend easier. Also, look at the gold they all got. 2,500 on the Phoenix. Arteezy picks up a Yash after the Hurricane Bike. Everybody pretty much got 2,000 gold on EG, as well as a Vanguard on crit. A lot tankier for him to just go for those charge throughs. As we've still mentioned, they still lack the disable to stop.
They can't stop it. We're seeing in those last two fights, crit, if he gets the right angle, he knocks back 4th at a time.
Yep. If they can line it up with the charge with the gust, that's going to be a success versus OG. So OG, they get faulted pretty damn hard. They've committed heavily for this push. With those double Necro books, Topson committed fully for that pipe as well.
As you say, if it's getting close to the point where Ismail can just pop that BKB, flag down the Necro books, that's just going to be more gold into his bank.
And he's queued up the Blink Dagger now.
I like it. And look at this smoke play now from EG.
Look at that win probability too.
They did have the ward up on the high ground. I think that was sort of around it.
Yeah, they saw it.
So Seb, he's going to position himself to dispel the smoke, ready with a blink out back. They knew, and they were ready to be prepared to stop EG from getting away with a kill attempt. EG can look towards the mid-tier 1 tower there. They've got the creep wave pushing forward.
Anna's pushing bottom with his books, or with one of the books, at least.
They've got the vision on the high ground and the charge forward. Global Silence comes out, trying to stop EG from getting on top of Seb. Seb, Ostia overpowered, turns towards Crit, but Samel's on top of him. They get stunned up with the homing missile. Samel with the BKB and the chase down finds the kill onto Seb. Seb's down. To be careful, the Topson temp is doubled. Bottom lane is indeed getting heavily pressured. Jerax found out by Arteezy as they kill off 2 evil geniuses. Azana will come back. They were able to split that up nicely, EG. They did take a bit of damage there onto the tier 3 on the bottom lane, but they could take the fight in the mid lane and get back before any sort of serious damage was done by Anna with that split push.
Yeah, they made sure not to overcommit. They were pinging bottom non-stop during the fight while it was happening. They knew that they couldn't actually go for any more kills. They had to put some attention onto Anna's Lycan. We got a game on our hands.
We certainly did, especially considering that this certainly looked to be a game that EG was going to get run over in, but that no longer is the case. They found that crucial fight that sort of kick-started everything off. As you can see, the levels looking great. S4 and Arteezy both sitting at level 17.
Yep. And they've got those
2 levels of
extremely crucial items. That BKB on the gyro, he doesn't have as much fear anymore to clear those books. Close to that Blink Dagger so we can go close the gap, as they kind of have been in a lot of situations anyway. Be walking into them. Look for those pushes.
S4 nearly with a goal for that full BKB.
And S4 at level 17, as well as Arteezy, also level 17, the 2 highest levels in the game, followed by Sumail, 16.
Jerax gets the tower to 9 mid. Certainly, these next 3 fights, ready to see the play Sumail, that signature Blink Dagger that you talked about, ready to go. That's the smoke ups there from EG.
They're feeling their power.
From EG are ready to jump, keep this pressure that they know that they can absolutely use to take fights now.
Especially with that Aegis and Cheese still on.
And they found the big one. Topson, they're on top of them. Charge out straight away to get the gust through as well. The shards will come down to hold Sumail back, but it's not enough to save Topson. They get on top of the Arc Warden. Jerax is coming in the mid lane, starting to pull those creeps away to stop them from getting away with a push on top of the kill. They're looking for more action up top though. Crits in with the charge, they get the gust in onto Anna, but Anna with the TP escapes. Crit finds the connection onto Seb. No-Tail's there, but so Samel. Samel jumps on top of No-Tail. Global silence comes through. Seb will TP out, but Samel's there with the chase down, looking for No-Tail. No-Tail trying to juke his way around the trees, but the group of EG is there to finish him off. Or maybe he can't. Can he get away? Surely not. They've got the vision. He'll pop us out. Won't save him. S4's in with the impetus. As Crit just going from action to action straight towards Jerax. Jerax is TPing actually up towards the top, so Crit says, okay, we'll fight up there if you want to. The charge will be onto Arteezy. Jerax blinks away behind the tower. Crit not interested in trying to push the issue as Thompson is back in the game. Knows there's a chance for an Arc Warden TPing in, so he'll play it cool. Seb on the hunt.
He's committing far forward.
He just goes straight into them there. Arteezy with the guns. Crit with the ult. Seb
way too deep into
absolutely.
The high
I mean, they knew that there was a good number of EG probably still hanging around. Seb trying to charge forward. They didn't have vision on the high ground. Arteezy hitting the easiest gust of his life to set it up. And obviously at this point in time, not really a whole lot that Seb can do to react to that. Doesn't have the BKB complete yet. He has to be careful with that aggression.
Arteezy is carrying salves around too. He had 3 at one point. So just looking to stay on the map, not trying to go back to base at all. As they also have earned charges on Crit. Almost the full Shivas finished for Fly.
Full Crimson Guard on Crit.
These two supports just got so much stronger for all these situations happening. Shiva's is gonna help so much versus all those books and summons.
That's Crit. Already at the top of Mana, holds back though. They know there's backup, and now with the ult coming out from Mana, OG are gonna look to try and fight. They're looking for the chase down onto S4. S4 getting forced back. Crit's gonna be the one left behind at the moment as Ana turns towards him, but he's tanky with the Crimson Guard. Ana can't bite through it.
He's got 2,000 health with 18 armor. He activates. That was the shapeshift use.
That was. Doesn't find OG anything in terms of kills or objectives. It's a huge army, as you see, of illusions, necrobooks being maneuvered around the map by OG. Samel, he's ready to farm some of them up. Let's try to here, see if any of them can get away. That last one, that'll get the money. A couple of hundreds there, 400 gold for the map.
And you can feel those units. You can feel how the tides really have turned. How before it was EG for a bit of time, they couldn't actually take the fights into OG's lineup, but now OG, they actually just can't take a 5-man fight into EG. So all the gold they have acquired in levels.
As we've seen though, with OG's lineup, there's definitely potential for different playstyles to come out. They have this Arc Warden, they have this Lycan. EG have to be careful of the split push and the wrap.
They've got to. OG's got to look to get people picked off when they're split up, as Crit might be that target, as those bounty runes are spawning.
Trying to man up against that Archer there, but indeed, she got their eyes on him. Samel and Fly, Arteezy, they're ready to join him. Around that 30-minute rune spawn, so Crit will be able to pick it up. OG, do they really want to try and jump this? Doesn't look like it. They'll just send Thompson's Tempest double in to scout, give a bit of information.
Play that split push. That numbered.
Myself right.
Zana very close to having the full assault prowess online, which certainly will help against this Drow Ranger lineup of EG. Thompson, Bill Wise, as we can see, scaling up the Dagon towards S4 in the middle lane, but don't really have a way of getting on top of it. And with that BKB and still with the cheese in his pocket, S4 feeling pretty invincible.
Ooh, they want to go for Arteezy here.
There they go, with the ult. Can they get on top of him? They get slowed down by the flux. He'll look to get himself out of there with the Manta, just at the back of a Crit. Crit by his side, and so's Fly. He's got a lot of friends with him, Arteezy, so easily hold back sort of the army, chasing him down. Crit charges forward. Doesn't look to commit. It's just the Tempest double from OG being put onto the front lines.
Too hard for them to walk into EG when they've got that 4 or 5 men around them. Just have so much extra control, so much extra team fight over OG. That advantage growing. And a 20,000 experience lead now in this game.
And experience.
Yeah, the gold's
certainly set them apart. I mean, as we sort of saw earlier, it's mainly levels on Arteezy and S4. Mid lane thought about S4, does get jumped upon. Forces himself back, and again, they just don't quite have the follow-up lockdown to hold him in place. As you can see, sort of in terms of stuns, OG's lineup is relatively lacking.
Just the tusk, as we've been saying, majority.
Again, just control around that pit.
And it's up in 5 seconds.
In terms of team fight around the pit,
EG's is very, very strong in comparison.
they've got that egg. The only sort of worry OG's is the global silence, but we've seen EG sort of been able to time their fights around it, wait it out, and immediately re-engage after the global silence is used.
It's hard for them to get the catch on top of that global now because of this happened in that mid lane. Thompson.
Sentry down.
Broke. Crit. Mid forward.
Thompson's just sitting there on the front lines of it all. The global comes out, but the BKB and the rocket barrage is already out. Thompson just sitting all on his own as well. There was no members of OG by his side. They do manage to get the courier, Jax, with a quick uppercut. But with that Thompson kill, EG, they're into the roast. This is the refresher shard Roshan as well. And it looks like they are going to have no trouble in taking this. 30 seconds without the Arc Warden. OG can't contest it. They'll be able to grab it all, Evil Geniuses.
I wonder who takes the refreshers from Male. Or they might just give it to the Phoenix. Just have Fly sit in the back lines. $7K advantage. Experience just continues as well for EG. Game plan just halted after that mid push went sour.
This experience, 20,000 experience difference, which was expected sort of at that sweet point when it was even. That was when OG were making that play with the push mid, and then it all sort of crumbled. Seb lane pops the BKB in the enrage, trying to bring down Crit, does find the bash, but the damage, it's too much. He gets kited up, gets taken down, Crit's able to walk it off, and now they've got their eyes on No-Tail. Crit coming in with the charge, they're diving deep underneath the tier 2 tower. Snowball for Jax does hold back Arteezy, as Arteezy gets taken out. No-Tail's still alive here, maybe EG's dove a little too far this time, as he's getting surrounded. Crit trying to find No-Tail, but he can't quite do it. No-Tail survives. EG's just lost 2. The Supernova comes out on the high ground. Jax has the Snowball, keeping himself safe from the stun of the Supernova. Blink out as well. Jax able to make the escape. S4 falls forward, trying to finish off Jax, but he's inside the bubble. S4's inside the bubble as well. The shots are down, but S4, he's now in deep. He's getting bursted pretty low, but he has the heal on Fly Sunray.
Fly used the refresher shard just in case there to put that Sunray out. Not want to take any risks because they've lost a couple heroes there. But now Ana does have a haste.
He's there on the high ground. Straight on top of Samel, Seb. Coming in as well. The buyback comes out from Jax and response comes out from Crit. Ana's being charged. We'll see if anything can be set up with this buyback. Samel still incredibly low. He has got the Aegis. Baiting them him up to the high ground. They'll pop the Aegis, but Crit ready to join. Straight in on top of the Lycan. Can he finish Ana off? Seb, he's trying his best to go in here. They do find the egg, take down the Supernova, but the pure damage from these impetuses, is it enough? He's being silenced, S4, so limiting the right clicks, but they still find the kill on Seb. Seb down for 50, Thompson with the double dagon, burst 1, looks to Crit, buyback from Fly, Crit getting surrounded now by OG members. In comes Fly again with that buyback, but the stun from the Snowball. Jax having to catch the Icarus dive. They have managed to find a double killer for Thompson. Thompson now going for the TP out, makes it away. S4 can't quite get the damage through in time. Arteezy does have vision on Jax from the high ground in the river with the gust. Again, they'll find another. So EG with the buybacks able to sort of slow things back down. Does cost them the buyback on both Crit and Fly.
Ooh, I'm loving this Dagon though. This is fun. We didn't get to see it the other day when I think it was Paparazzi who queued it up and then kept changing back and forth. Now we actually get to see it displayed, how much you can actually do with it with that powerful magic burst on his Temple Stubble as well.
We're starting to see though as well how much damage S4 is able to kick out in these fights.
Yeah.
He's sitting on about 5k gold. He's got the Monkey King bar queued up, ready to pick up.
Same with Sumail too. It's like, sure, he dies, but he's got the flak back up as soon as he respawns, and he's got an Aghanim, so when whoever's next to him gets hit that much harder, he's able to freely flak in this situation, catching all of the OG members inside of the call down as well. Crit still being that nuisance with the charges coming through. It was very hard for them to stop it. They were able to get the egg though because of the commitment forward from Seb.
Seb fight. He had to go pretty damn deep for them.
It's his job. He really has to for his team, especially if the Arc Warden's not in position for him. Gonna be the full commit forward for that burst from Thompson as he queues up the Ethereal Blade. That's a lot of damage.
Back to a 52-48 at 36 minutes as well, nonetheless.
Very nice. They are smoked up. They're looking to try to catch somebody. They know OG wants to be doing the split push, splitting up off the map, look for as much farm as possible.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Fine. Oh, deep ward. We'll catch vision of JRX with this. This could look like it's a blink.
Oh, they see him, but yeah, with the Shivers go, give it the vision, finding JRX in the trees. He's taken out the push, starting to come himself though. Fly's going to be there to help deal with it. So is Arteezy and Crit. That's all four of them coming back to make sure that OG can't get the pressure. Instead, look for the jump. Can he find the bash? Get the silence, the bash. The global committed. They find Fly. Fly's down without buyback. Arteezy and Crit, can they get something in return? They try with the ult. Seb pops the BKB, continues to back up Thompson, setting the Tempest up off the side, goes with Dagon to an S4. S4 pops the BKB straight away. Now they're looking for the disengage. OG, no tail, TPing out, gets away before Crit connects with the charge. They will lose the Tempest double.
Pretty decent escape though. Fly's worth a lot of money. Still, even when Seb has to jump forward like that.
Seb's looking to go back in. Arteezy's coming out for farm. He doesn't expect them to still be here. He didn't think that Ana and Seb would stay behind and look for the kill. Seb jumps in. Arteezy pops the cheese. The man is sharp, but the bash is there. Arteezy's gone for 80 seconds. Sumail, Crit, trying to sort of fix this situation. They want to fight back. They've got the vision with the homing missile and the charge on Seb. They're going for the ultimate. Seb has the enrage. The homing missile holding him in place during it though, as Seb will try and fight back, but the damage is too much from Sumail with the rocket barrage. So just as much as Arteezy sort of stuck around too long in that top lane, Seb gets caught out as well in return.
But they really closed that gold lead that EG was starting to get. They were getting close to that 10,000 mark. It's only 1K now, and Thompson reclaims that top net worth as he will have an ethereal blade very soon. The damage coming out from him. That BKB on the gyrocopter is getting low. How is our other two? Enchantress 7 seconds, we've got Arteezy at 9. So they've got a little bit more freedom in the fights, but Thompson is really going to start to dish out that punch when he's got at least one of those ethereal blades. Don't do the math. It's very high. It's over 2,500 MP actually does it. He should be able to kill almost anybody on the side of EG if he does actually combo. He's got the double.
Crit's got the gem picked up now as well, so EG as a whole can start to really work on the D-wards and make sure that Crit can continue to make these charges without being spotted out by the vision that OG have put up on sort of EG's side of the map.
They see Fly right now, stepping forward. They even got the scan off. They are getting spotted by that ward.
JRX want to commit them. On the high ground, Snowball primed.
Mark. Double runes starting to spawn out. We see that DD top.
Well, Seb doesn't actually grab it. Seb was right next to it. They want to pick it up.
He got scared. There we go. No tail kills it. And Sumail is invisible, joining the fight with the full satanic picked up. I have to imagine next is going to be the blink. Okay, yeah. To close that gap on top since we can get the double combo off. It's double.
You can see some overall there, just EG showing that big difference. The amount of farm gold from creeps about 10k difference, and from that orange number, actually the yellow one 3.04k. The most gold that they have got EG as a lineup from kills has been from killing Seb. He's fed 3k gold at the moment, most on the map.
Now S4 will almost have that agonist pick up after the MKB. Wants to be able to deal with that magnetic field. Had to go for the MKB first. Such a close.
It's Crit. Good job there, cleaning up the wards from OG.
Oh, so much about this rush. How important it really is. Staying in this area, picking out that vision with that gem that they picked up from Crit. Wanting to control this area.
Well, the missile onto JRX immediately TPs out, even with that extra charge speed on Crit, not quite enough to close the gap.
Crit having that level 20 is actually pretty important in these team fights too. He can look to set up some multi-hero charges a lot easier with this, and also be able to address that split push that's been coming out. Here we go, crit.
Thompson straight away on top, and then Thompson does get the E-Blade out. Global silence as well from Notel, trying to stop this attempt onto Thompson's life. Thompson using the Tempest double edge Senate, an E-Blade charge out onto it, but it's not going to save him. Thompson gets taken down. Anna gets caught up as well.
He's got no buyback.
They don't have buyback. 80 seconds without the Lycan or the Arc Warden, and EG, they're ready to look for more. Jax into the snowball with the homing missiles out. Crit charges in. Seb does jump forward, looking for the commit onto Samel. Samel gets forced to the side. Another bash comes out from Seb. Seb can't quite finish off the kill though. They're kiting Seb up. Seb's going to go down. There's 4 dead on OG. Seb buys back. But Jax, Anna, Thompson, they cannot buy back into the game. Crit straight in on top of Notel. Notel buys back. They do not have a buyback available on Seb. As OG are able to get 3 back in to try and form some sort of a defense, but EG take them instead of Rags.
They're getting healed up by Fly. They're looking at keep going.
More kills. They get the gust out onto Jax. Jump forward from Samel with the rocket barrage. Finds Jax. Jax now down for 80. They're straight down the middle lane. Can they do this here, EG? They've got 25 seconds before Anna's back in the game. They're onto the tier 4 towers. Notel trying to lead forward with the glaive to push the back, but Crit charges in, keeping Notel ahead back away from the team. EG, they're onto a second hit for Seb, trying to commit onto Fly, but then strike. Crit with the bashes, the control. He does get faster return, but Seb gets taken down. The Ancient exposed. EG looking to close the game up. The GG is called. EG drawing this series to a game 3 after what has to be one of the roughest openings, the roughest first 15 minutes of a game that we've seen EG have, but they came back, they kept their cool.
It looked like if that one fight did not go in EG's favor at that base push, we could have just seen the game over and OG could have just cleaned it, but them holding, getting multi-hero charges off from Crit in the fight, getting that supernova in the backlines, all the stars aligning perfectly for EG on that Rax push.
And it really was, what a show to see from EG. Yeah. Because at the start, as you said, it really did look like this Spirit Breaker pick, what's it all about, but then Crit, from that defense in the mid lane onwards, he ends the game 2-7 and 29, involved in 31 of the kills, the most on EG's lineup. He did so much with this hero that we just don't see other teams touch. Crit on the Spirit Breaker, leading the charge literally, as EG are able to tie the series at the moment 1-1. We're going to a game 3, but for now we're going back to the panel.